companies, factory, the pension comes out. To go be the sisters, the brothers. So bien, but that certificates na before Cabana and Postman or Kukana, Bukuyan po ame, or you cannot be voted to Kukana, or Lankan until you more factory, and then to take at the pension comes out the Malay. Zomia now got to vote to. There is drug traveling. There is one Bonya Cambon, Bonya, one Bonya, Tazania, that I say. There are to vote to Baba Kennedy, Japan, who cannot and to Malta Bensha comes and way into the parliament Nachimba. Zomia now Kataza voted to Baba Kennedy, Japan, coming 31st January. Zomia now Kataza voted to the drug traveling. The drug Bonya and Wombonela, Dabana, Bonya, Cambon, Bonya, Moteza, look at the vote to. Katabansha comes, or can at the Bansha comes are Malma Pein, or Yola companies, Bansha come, or you can be and dual certificate before Conan for working. Wait, one so far here from wait, nature meeting, my hair to you. The Baba Honorable Kennedy, Japan. Select to vote to that Bamba, Terebron Bonella, Bonella, I will be one to song at the dance. Select to vote to, or you can on something, or be a needing a Zalachan, like Sukuran to pull certificates now. Those are to put one before Covenant. I could not Sukuruka, chance to my yellow companies. Double, there's all Lankana, or Lankana, and build more companies. And then take at it to be Cabernet, chance to put a chance to put them a cabinet to man soon. There is Dwellum Bonella, 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 there is Dwella, buy a solo at the good Baba, Honorable Kennedy, Japan. 31st January, Obela number 1, buy a solo at the Zaka to vote to La Yana. I just want to jump on Canatier to Ashambala. I don't want to tell so like that. My dear Cathy Fancy. And I shall put that to Mama, the buyer solo, buy a solo. The body got the vote ticket and the Japan that the president or the Lano Power buy a solo. Pumpa to my foot can I tell Mamma from your action? Can you to my nation? Don't offer can I have some another certificate and not so soon to my buy a solo to that be in the Yasmas or Catayama. Pumpa the youth master and the farm. The youth master no Chara at the pass solo and down to that the new back to Madinian, Canadian audience to Mamma.
Vote can go in a Japan, number 1 on the ballot paper for NPP presidential primary.
God, favorable me to instill any hope now. And that is why those of you following Belmia, you must know that Belmia will not be a good candidate for us this time. Only a dear promising kind of former kind of fragility. And before ever power be yet the promise be the power. But mainly promise be or the Bama kind of former kind of fragility. In fact, Belmia or promising milk crowd to school for kind of 1 minute. And this is for catching kind of fossil or bois. Kind of from a this is ready. But I can assure you, the era Kennedy, Cassette. Abranti bia do 18 obeto car man na say obenya car kana for be Canadian. Why am I saying this? Because Baumia did not deliver on most of his promises. One village, one dam, you. Or no one the court judge na one village, one dam, anye. One constituency, 1 million, and Paluku Dam, what's the studio? What can I say? It is NPP's flagship program, and not Paluku Dam for anyone. It was problematic. Okujina kept because God promised a new harbor to be built. No promising airport to a Cape Coast. Yeah, the Nabu Kujina, what can I say? You know, correct. It has anyone. It didn't happen. Okojina Yura, Nuno Sarabutu, a year in Kremopeni, promise no say.
How many times do you go to the gym?
Arabia, he say, Obabe see a medical university. we are was 42 senior high schools. Amagana. It never happened. How many times did the hero Bawumia promise people? He promised Ghana heaven. He promised a good economy. As we speak now, if Bawumia didn't make economy wasn't beyond Ghana for. In today, Robert Ghana for you. And that's why I'm saying MPP, acquire your first papa one. You're promising Ghana for baby. Some promise no you're about me to me yet. He can't, because even if he makes it, nobody will believe him. But look at you are Kennedy. From the time of your politics, everything he has promised, he has delivered. I didn't know about promising the Pia would deliver. And now we are not primacy or promises say. And best you are one of the trouble Cassia Diamano or the year factory Diamon. Many workers say, what cut a sword a quarter top and Sassi the Blay of voter region because they voted for him massively. $1 million ethanol factory of voter region after his promise. Just after the campaign, we usually have one call. No start here, no and for near there, and no just a send a factory. He has cut the sword, and the $36 million ethanol factory is being started. No, Cassie, and they was I cut the sword. It was Central Region. Yeah, obviously the largest pharmaceutical company in Africa. It's happening right now. He's cut the sword today. Because Central Region was also a base that supported him. So anytime Bianwa, Papa, Oba make any promise Bian, he delivers on his promises. The question is, if he said, you lose you mama bayi, if I'm told, what is saying, Clemufo, Phobia Babontia, the Casse, you know, you say, Yan Tuaba, Ama Bawumia. In fact, some of the clerics are even openly campaigning for Ken. And openly saying they don't like Bawumia. Not because he's a Muslim or not because he's not a Muslim, but because one should say, why one more crowd they cannot identify with him. The Bamucho, what to say? Kusasi, Phobia Pia Bonjaka say, only a mistake, Jaffe, you better talk about Bawumia. One more, a quarter, aba 555. Yeah, Kennedy Numia 0, and was slim home. Yeah, but 2 men, 1 2 0 by you. If I'm a child, what is all about a Picasso no? And you be a Santa region for all about a Picasso, you know, you see Aunt Obama, you rebel Yana, if I'm a child, Busha for Miss Remo 2 million here. Nasabi. Say quiet da eta ne kwansanya adina no o mse binum se yefa so ne ka so bia mo fa nchebe.
Welcome back. Ebraso say yetenase na esi enkonwa di nkomo all better so many politicals atenase ya yede nkomo no ebrewo eofiduem ha and ha ye she ha very hot na we will deal with all the issues senior etie na ya to aso akwa ni pepepe opani bibia aboko de
senku mboko na so e
nyame adom enso me ho ye
yede nyame ase
Dr. Matthew Poku Prempe ene ne dom ewa Asante Mantemu
yeah
enkomo ahodo ekoso ewo ho na before say obebemu no I hope say onso atete bi ehunu bi say de tie
no pe na mo fa asefo no na e kana meti so mo ka papa na no wo manhia ene ho na manhia no ho ana manhia saw
Me kaimpo.
Whatever it is, no mention.
No mention.
No more cancer. Former energy minister. Not every week be or the policy back or cabinet. Or say every week be no to me the policy back or cabinet. Emma no can who him or cabinet. What are some million few and you do
and 7.5 years. Every week be no. Back
1 week, one policy.
Alright, ma yen share the video na yentie said your can asem na yeni won komo yen to aso nko yanim.
Mr. Say cabinet say in fienson and a fan. Every say me ma jo bogo prempe. Mr. Say cabinet say in fienson and a fan. A group of the now should be another the policy back parliament cabinet. After me the no for my breme me wunya safo. Our war cabinet was sebi. Nana dream doctor and Dr. Mahmoud. Every say me ma jo bogo prempe. Mr. Say cabinet say in fienson and a fan. A group of the now should be another the policy back parliament cabinet. After me the no for my breme me wunya safo. Our war cabinet was sebi. Nana dream doctor and Dr. Mahmoud. Every say me ma jo bogo prempe. Mr. Say cabinet say in fienson and a fan. A group of the now should be another the policy back parliament cabinet. After me the no for my breme me wunya safo. Our war cabinet.
Enti we aye Dr. Matthew Poku Prempe napo oye doctor ni awotu sen ehese na aside no ena ode no ho age politics mu a ene wo do level a wadu ba bia wadu nanka obi ani wa o expect say obedri nkomo amna koni say but subai de etise nyin say we ya ne dia ebepie eno nie opani komo na down no
Mr. Nkum ma menti ati for the afefo nyina na
You see, a do baby na one who na akwaje paremfo a na ensebeti said na pokai ana beka because of Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ente na pose nyansani bia no na wa bam
asa na oka
na cabinet ni nya bamfo na na wo cabinet ana say apart from no no empanifo kukudamu ama unu nipo wo chair cabinet unu do chair cabinet
no.
It is the president the chair cabinet enti wo say chairman plan no chair cabinet no nim nyansa enti dai be ko cabinet a Bawumia ma na say that's how cabinet for enti tama Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia yare ya no ni Ghana sana cabinet nkoso yes nyansa for to kwan enti na kufu aro craft cabinet omo nko according to Napo nanka nyankopo anye Ghana doma nanka nipa sei nko be Ghana vice president nyankopo amoaye ya nanka betia say the vice president of the Republic of Ghana Dr. Matthew Poku Prempe na adwen eti se sebi abotafo bi a one na manhia ele udi na kufu ado atem because of Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia
so on di na atem
one na atem say obi ka cho say fi a wotimu no say we Bawumia fi manyansafo bia ni kwa what are you telling me osi cabinet na kufu ado aban na obedi for 8 years no say nyankopa amwo no munya Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia sanka ngwasiafo nko a na pasa ma wo kan no osi aban ni mu no say Bawumia mamu a nanka nkwasiafo nko na wakufu ado aban mu enti ono kwa na ode every week ode one policy so ono kwa na yapasia oni nyansa wo ye campaign ama Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia eti na kufu ado eni nyansa nipa ono a the political career aye kumepreku abedi flag bearer for 3 times aye adwuma ni nyina wo tam se bra a wo kura bra na MPP struggle no na won ka struggle no Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ye ko opposition from 2009 ebesi 2016 na odana na Akufo-Addo payroll so na Akufo-Addo na tua neka ofi Bank of Ghana kuso baby vice president na busumi bia Akufo-Addo tua neka na busumi bia na Addo tua Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia aka odana payroll so otua asenso mo ka ofie sa me efie fo na be adwuma no office abogina ponom otua ma no otua de Bawumia bejo de oti ase ene onipa ono enam no so a wo ubehu nsoro no wo si sa nipa no a o chair cabinet no president na okọ chair Akufo-Addo obeye ECOWAS chair meboa sa nipa na no chair ECOWAS chair Ghana cabinet no kra no sa Dr. Bawumia ni ho a oni nyansa ene MPP fo nyina etie the kind of people a omudi Dr. Bawumia echi adwen a omowo na yetete MPP party na ne ba Bema Dr. Bawumia be president na oka ho enyansafo a de party ne ba power eji party ni si ho MPP be MPP no na Dr. Bawumia na oka ho ana. Make no mistake, Dr. Bawumia has never been an MPP person. You see, you can become a vice president or in the government, but now when your party ni yeti come hana papa Kwasindum no ye minister under President Kufuor no ye cabinet minister, but Papa Kwasindum was not an MPP member. You can be a member of the government, but party no won't come. And not MPP constitution omo can ministers are qualified to apply say card bearing members of the party. What you say? President Kufuor be the president okofa PNC nippers Alhaji Isa so kai na obey sports minister
yeah
no nye MPP ni, so you can be part of the government. It is MPP for far say brother running mate nfa nkoto aba na Dr. Odese ni lyrical design Matthew Poku Pempe na po be ka kire ne say
na Poku
cabinet na Akufo-Addo eche almost what you must 7.5 years na just say ono free musa last 6 months na no say na saniri ba mu dia but time na no wom from 2017 every time I nominating as running mate or resign well hunya nsani bia o cabinet da enti ene Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ye koto abenti no o ni nyansa chen obi a okurum ha se Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ni nyansa ana oni nyansa eno ne Ghana economy no so ni nyansa eno ne Ghana economy no enti so di nyansa etoto Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ho ene adwen ebibu o man a o for Ghana economy and Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia be herity ene ba be bu ye ne die wo mi a mumi ehu ni nyansa na nda ko ka ho asem no na nye no won ase banifo se eno ma won takra se ene otubom na pa dimu no ono na dimu ni nsusu the level of thinking no Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia na be nyansafo ewo cabinet we chere se na po constituency ko represent on parliament no the podium abro papa because on the shallow minded person na po on the shallow minded person ninti asia ne nse de wodwen no ewo form eni form a anka on shen enipa bet na MPP be MPP everybody my goodness John Ajekum Kufuor MPP ana na po e ka ho asem no nana ya asafo maafo no na Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ne gira obobo mu di nana ya asafo maafo Professor Jambafo Kana Foriata Alan Cheremati mote solenti mi asana nkwasiafo na obobo mu di according to Napo na cha se ono Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ni wa Ghana nkonanim ene so oni ho exchange rate no ja ho no e da se da ho ana Mr. Last week me tough word me come na fe kwa de me ma sim se full attendant no wo bua na bro so me dani mani a full na me tori kwa sa na enso ye another number of liters a wo bu later no mo draw my tensions was say full no e 9 cedis 99 pesos per liter and the onyansafo Bawumia near to e could do 16
and no in charge of the economy.
Yes, e could do 16 cedis per liter. What I say? MPP lost election on economic issues. Obia o Ghana had him say MPP lose election. Na economy na say ntia.
But say full assembly or can say to mu yanka nkyere no.
Oh, enti na make say nipa no a wo bo na baso so oni nyansen. vice president or no take cabinet no a omo nim nyansa chen obombo cabinet nyina enema president wo su tumi enema president ye no oso ono no ye na fuel price no be se na Akufo-Addo on regulative fuel prices on regulative and I said me am able to two akwa mu no Akufo you see that is why a president need cabinet na ohia other heads of agencies na ye do obi aba no aba vice president na mpanifu a wo ho nyina no wo buo mu nyina ntia because o pese Dr. Mahmoud Bama ye hu ni say nyankopon bo ade no de nyansa nyina ahye ni tim de kai no and ye do to pretty good yeso. You see, if you have people like Napo moving around doing this kind of campaign, I'm sure be do Friday na Dr. Mahmoud Bama ya twe na bo so ama na tu nyina awawai because answer same way no o de ba you cannot tell us say abanye twa mu MPP abanya na yesi nyina ye di akire no na nyansani ba ko pe na o cabinet eye Dr. Mahmoud Bama Mrs. Dr. Mahmoud opani yesi se o de anoma akọkire opani na se o bizan se opani anoma yo se bi nsemi wawu anaso owu ya de o ka chen se wawu owu yi we no ane won sem isa se sa opani ni ka che sa anoma ni wu ya ube nia na menebu o ka che se wawu a ube ja anoma no otuko na ye se pani adi ntro nje se o de ubisa opani sa anoma wawu anaso owu se no ane won sem se Dr. Mahmoud Bama so ni nyansan and then 41%. So the nyansa na economy na uja what I said, this double standard man. I don't know why everybody want to project Dr. Mahmoud Bama to be like I said Nyankopon for am dem Ghana kra and Ghana enya o man. I mean, what kind of analogy is that? Dr. Bank of Ghana na could say Dr. Mahmoud Bama na record. And what the two was say was he the best at Bank of Ghana? He was the best. Pewo na na do Bank Akufo-Addo anka. Sana Akufo-Addo na all year no Ghana economy no be sisa no kra mane na Akufo-Addo de na bibi na all pay dia ko represent ewo a national council and then man ko fa Dr. Mahmoud Bama abaya obeye say oh ono be share economy no ono be say enso na kwa Dr. Mahmoud Bama pa me say he wasn't the best even among his peers and no more Bank of Ghana. Go and ask, they will tell you. Ma wasan kire mu say Dr. Mahmoud Bama nyansa wo surunti ye panyansa ni amana ko akọ represent party no Supreme Court no on one ye de ko ye nyansa again me wo fa say John oso ntwa nka agu ana we see nine ana odi ka court so ana ni bem ye gina da kam ye didi bem a Dr. Mahmoud Bama asan ke di bem ene mo akwa you na we no there ye ko wi na ko si say ebi bi wini ye o ebi bi wini ya na eti nyansa ben no de ko ya na eso chen o ma no mo ho at any point in time ye hia obi as witness in any case our court. And on no running mate. You see, the petitioners were three. Nana Akufo-Addo as the flag bearer, Dr. Mahmoud Bama as the running mate, Jake Otanko Bechebelamte as the national chairman. What I say, I'm petition here. That is how presidential petition is done. And your political party may call court. When you are going to courts and want to do presidential petitioner, want to mean cause me MPP force omo person on the petition because abana na ye kono na MPP nye candidate na Akufo na candidate it will be a loss na uhia enipa not the institution MPP uhia enipa and sanipa no any the candidate or call about one na Akufo-Addo ana na baby e chi one ne call enu ntira John Mahama bi o de call court 2020 nso no who said that the petitioner near John Dramani Mahama and then the running mate and the party and now we should represent the party no as national chairman. What you say until who at that point and I said the general secretary at that time until you need that person to represent until don't come Mahmoud Bama not only optional me say na kwa John bi number bi say na people for prepare nipa ya na obi at the fact Dr. Mahmoud Bama akoye so say a friend penifon bi o say me dead so we feel bi o say ira ye biane me kwa kodi o say me ntimi nko ya na ya say so ko delegate ni ma no mu bo ma ntia say MPP delegate na so ma dwen wo form mu ni nya obu an ntia say o ka because delegate no o ye nim before MPP delegate o mu ni nyansa. We have professionals. It is every profession we are Ghana. Lawyers, teachers, doctors, everywhere. Oko MPP delegates ma everyone. but so kwaje maika ti se na pono na nisu ye ni nyansafo am se na pono na mpo be nisu ye ni nyansa pa se ban kan che na poso ye ni nyansa ono de ona mbo na adwi mu do nisu ye ni nyansa pa
obi a rise to this level
rise do ni ena na rise do ye na rise do ni enzam si na kopo anya ya domo a anka ye kan Ghana vice president anka wo ka se na po nyankopon de dum yen se na po enya Ghana vice president nanka nepa nanka menafofo omo ama no ni bi FS Michelle vice president why else na po anka go be go Ghana ni masen because obi na no kasa hu na po enya no ko nya boso kan si nyankopon kra ebe 80 anu ada enya na po
no obo
you have such a character just say basic things are enkwara kwa nim say nyankopon de wontonko na de biara da na pojina boso kanfo anim ka kire mo say oh nyankopon 7:30 to 8 kra no ono obo ni wiase no na wada enti ada na obedi 24-hour economy such a person the thinking what I say na enewa begina delegate anim be ye campaign nsemfu say people delegates they have decided already they be ameka to say me e ka me nkona nka bato na ene nanka bom itu okwa ka ekoyi a ye kan na be mo bia isusu ande board hwe no befa ono bu kana Japan he is the best candidate delegate ni and whether they like it or not emmo anajo no nsia no som Saturday no na ono bu kana Japan we really ni enhwe se ono abu Nyankopon ya no be di Ghana so a se bi odi ni party se na pomi ne be wuli Ghana
na po is a party person
or a party person obi okọ cabinet oni nyansa ye fa nenko it is so no appoint kwata na jo ayi Dr. Mahmoud Bani ama sa da cabinet nya adwuma the only condition the cabinet on na kufu ado abamu ni say Dr. Mahmoud Bani awo ba mu ye ni fa cabinet ni ho
okay
wasi asem say
mamenda why
Mr. Ekunu so me da
say try be sen
ye beba
all right Albert Asmani politicals are ena mene no edi enkomo we yem from abrane pa na yabo edi afa kwemu sanse ensu kase ena ba beto wie medical aka se Ernest Owusu Bempah aka Aboa Apapo wa beni brutal atenase ya yebedi nkomo efidium ha sinu Pein ye ka no senia ete yam fasida ema tabia takum eno ye meme dru be ma de atwa se okeka ho ama obi ahunu sampa wugina wiase meme nyina enim na wunya tabia takum na fe tafre a ebedu anwumre no na wugina brane adwuma bebo de edoso chen otwen wonwi eno ho nkomo ene edi abusua pebie nanom na bebo apapa afi baby eto adwo bia do ani chiremu asene petabia takum onsabetimi akabi na watafre eno ano no se open dodo eto ato masika ba boto ma afre ni nkomo e was 0243686861 0243686861 na seri ampani e kan yesin tosuo nkwa enante enti Ernest Owusu Bempah eba no Shadrach fojo enso so eka ne ho na enipa bi a ene wonanya tumi na womudi Dr. Bawumi achi na womu kire wiase nyina se ya ka wiase nyina se be ya jimifo wono nkwa ne nyansani owo wiase ya Nyankopon ebo no no enipa na womudi na chi ne kura no so mo ye popular chan Dr. Bawumi anankasa na menya sure se sankofu wona hu we eye nkomo a ye baba bedi na afei ya to aso akwanem enti fodro e de embeko various constituencies no wo numbers a wo won ya compared to ono Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumi numbers na afei ya hese eye wo mo a wo mudi na chi no ene se so mudi Dr. Bawumi anim ana se esese ono Dr. Bawumi no koso di animu wo mo so koso di na chi we ni nkomo a ye baba bedi na area meka ese odu ani chemu asante mantemu a enkomofofo asan akoso engineer kwabna jei Japan wono nso contest na papa yi se woni ye friend sen policy ba kokora fi so maintain so o kan bi oba bia en wonam en na yewura kan no hina Japan en wodi nanim esese wodi na esese chese eniama woye na santimantem no ohope from one station to another ate say nkoma wo die nyina na ye raken ena nkofo ka se abɔ ne pa na san nkomo no Ernest Owusu Bempah atena se ye de anu betum ne ye bi ama bibia aye kama we ene nkomo foforo ene ye ba bedi e wo sinipa adwumadie so ye fa me Mr. Inkum Ernest Owusu Bempah atena se aboa apapon me ame wofa nanso hu me ache bruta watena se e wa ha opani akwaba me yuzo omuru bibia boko de
safa bum
ene onko open sen open me no
ye ni abre
bibia koyi
nyame adawo mai
wo shefufu se dia na chese bibia ye kunimbi na shase ba
kunimbi se free last week na me shefufu sa ene ye ni abre so ya hye Wellington boot ye ni ayifo no de kosi ani ukokan the book of Proverbs osimu hwemu yi of Pharisee ne Sadducee more count aka za quotation
nyame nkan ye
mu hwemu yi of Pharisee ne Sadducee more count nti ene ye baya ye de yensem finally akoso ewo campaign no so far honorable Kennedy akompo ko Japan the message any nyoma ye feel say delegates no eso muhu any propaganda or pushing no agenda just to dissuade the minds of any intelligent reporter nyanyina ye de bebre betu dwane ewa.
All right. Na said American no Kofi ba no ono nko a Shadrack Forjo enso so eka ne ho na Shadrack Forjo e was studio B ya chese woni ebeto kese wa ha enne opani boko de
bisa nkum nyame ade boko
efie ti say
efie boko
na ade na se aswa ye basabi na po asem na to so ana
oh se bio MPP ne ewum no yema bi wo ha ekoso a sometimes you just need to wait for the right opportunity okay na ponse nsem ya wo kan ya okay proud to 2024 elections abede na ba omi a share campaigners and I was na pa kana not more why because me so obi na no a ensem afiri no mu ba no enya ensem a hye nkran o ensem a titi party me de ma party no kra batan e no mo se chale pe ba bi tina na sabi wu na program abonten ka se on cabinet nipa no we nyansafo or cabinet e ba omi a na free mo pare chief of staff to subi president to subi sabi wo ba obi we nyansafo no antimi ankyere wo kasa se wo gina nipom na wo kasa ma wo kasa honte wantimi ankyere wo sade that should even tell you the sort of person or refers we nyansafo no sabi no ntimi mo ne chem so it is easy to sing his appellations enti na ponse nsema wo dia to gye sabi wo we were pa ye nana akufo ne from more parenting penifo na wo cabinet mo mu ne sumo mo because you can't have 19 people sitting on cabinet now one can say Dr. Bamianko na sabi wo nyansafo tiso na sabi oni nyansa na odi to so as a head of economic management team no dia ben no odi ye isusan so papa ben de ba amamu no enti ne sense ne de Mr. Nkum I think say delegate will decide the sense we you can't kire Ghana for
enti ne ameye ne se obetwen me na ya shase wa ameba ho na data na wo no waboa yen amiye de nkomo e wa ha why enti Forjo na wote ne nka no dedi kan wo hu video a ye boye e wa ha se Dr. Matthew Poku Prempeh unua prekope e wa Asante Mantemu na se mo kan yi wodi fo ana enu anu
dedi kan nkum obabua me na machia matiefo me fun ba konamza akoto ho no
focus the beba
na machia watiefo nyina mze me ba ha che na makase obo adwuma nyame onhirawo na de wuye bia no enkoyi na nkunimdie no ba sebio wonso so ubenya wo chefa ewo mbi se de atie na minua enra the message you know I thought say was a normal flimsy yedi ka ma me chia tiefu nyina delegates a mo hwe yen obia si ahene ne atu ahene fo MPP amanyoku damase yenim say nyame ye adomo a Saturday you take a decision a one of the historical moments in the history of the MPP ntiano de hono de ye de beja ho ne ye be wi ani akana eya na po asem ya na mempese beka bi na eneno me ti asem me send video no command if you want to the more yeah me said that's why I was looking for my phone na me pese ka ohwe message me de man no na nka wa judge for yourself say a futu a me de tu no before elections o ma me koye bonsam adwuma bi okoka ze eyi baumie ni ho ani ni nsam hunan ya e be difficult deputy director of communication for the party we have to defend it the very moment you know you didn't call Bempah assembly hall obia me yi adansini am ye ne upabusa director of protocol busa lord communum busa omo ye around the Kufuado at that time I was on stage as a communication strategist and as a political analyst. I'm speaking not just because me kasa extempo. I'm speaking as an expert. Obi na no kasa wie ya oka mokwa men kroma no a o hyase di epushi kwa na me ka kire director of protocol adon. You see, we have a big job on Monday. One chance and I'm saying we have a big problem on Monday. Asema papaya kenu. It will take Alistair Campbell to turn this one. Who's Alistair Campbell? One of the big political strategies for Tony Blair at that time of the Labour Party, the New Labour. He was the spin doctor. He is like George Orwell's Animal Farm. Near I preko kitu me friend Squilla crack cannot turn Napo speeches into Nasembi Obekabia. And I'm just giving you an expression. Me have read why they have no more episode. Nobody can polish Napo speech. Even Alistair Campbell cannot do it. Everybody should go and read about Alistair Campbell, the spin doctor. Everybody knows him. Go and read about him. Nobody can turn Napo speeches to write. Not even Squilla in George Orwell's Animal Farm. Udim Squilla. And I'm one of the animals. A brave Farmer Jones, Omukeke Farmer Jones from the Animal Farm. No? He was the one who would say 4 legs good, 2 legs, but some animals are more equal than others. He was the one who was saying that. And then he was able to convince some of the animals that somebody. Now, the American, you know, say, my ferry man, President Kufuado. How? Oh, my ferry man. A people born as well, they will catch you. You have the way I said tennis ball. And another don't go Kufuado. So, say, no, Utia, or Ernest Owusu Bempah. Me, I was one of the youngest people I know me. You see, and they is wrong. What cheat, said you were cheers because of political allegiance. Nanka, asem we are called Julius Caesar. Ebra conspirators no ko attack Julius Caesar na we dey second war na we dey awon na we dey awon o dani na ni ohwe o si etu brute okay etu brute you two brutus na go bia be kasa se we sabi cabinet wono nyansani na dwini mu do na listen to your language. And then today I was discussing with you didn't get it. Say Asema Okano, you were right. But Nyanse say me no to you. I'm because yeah I am in a pomino na ti dem wana Kennedy Japan na me na wo na bia o say ya dutu. Nam so yeah why nyina Nyanse ni anadwin do ya me Owusu Bempah. Na how would you take it? How would you take it? Nyanse ni anadwin do anti-famous you were part of the cabinet, chief of staff. Now, posi, muko cabinet meeting na. Nyanseni anadwini do. Let's forget about say kwasi afo ne one. Let's situate his language. Nyanseni anadwini do. Power cabinet meeting. Anadwini do. Delegates meeting you. No bia enter sin sabesi panico di na abai. Sabi napo utitwi a mititwi ye nyina santini wo ye dehia me ye dehia ye nyina etra himfie Odi as o ko Prempeh College, me ko Prempeh College. Me kura de nyame adu me ko communications. We could have masters in communications. I've done speech and understand language and I know the meaning of language. So be kasa no baby okokoduru ni ntworo no ntwiaso. Enyina minim. Eti asema wo kan ye no. Sebio uko gina pani anim. Tina sebi ahemfie na po nyini wo tra ahemfie. Die ntini ma ochiame. Echeche uko ahemfie wo ni ochiame kantankreche na me bodi ana mabam muso. Utumfo ochiame. Na kasa okasa ni ton no lo. No utumfo ochiame atete ebia na asem bi okan ye no na amfayi no waten no. So ati ase ni ntina mpanifo nyansen mo nya achiame. Sebi beya obetima chechensem ti asem bi wo to ho a odi ase eson chiame ano ene son ahyenkwa no odi ase nti asem to ho na language a wo kan so one measured and every communication person here you must understand the psyche of the people that you are speaking to. You need to understand so asem efiri ma no ba na to ho a sign obi be fa and our language, you know, as a language, I mean, what you know, makase, ebia, minya, bi, edia, me, madiebi, and now become language in the world is a canon. The interpretation will come out. And today, he himself didn't understand. Say, asemo okayano. We need to diatem, we dim penny for atem, mama, asemo, baby, aduno. Was said Dr. Bawumia campaign, which is I'm very happy.
All kind of craft for Nipano,
say, and Yansafo, our my dream do. Tell you, said you or say I do, I will be education here. What we want education, baby, do you know, said in Agrimun or Quashia, said previous, said you or Quashia. And I say, said in another Ganko Kufuado on a chair cabinet, Wamawakasa, or the president of the Republic of Ghana. Sabi, or they taking all the board initiative, our point to appointing Dr. Bawumia no Munina, so maybe the Chino. Sabi, a Kufuado, not Jimu no. That is the literal meaning. A Kufuado, a Jimu no. It is Sabi, the person they use to wear Sibi. And you know, so I'm got cabinet. And some of can Dr. Bawumia did a Yansa. That's what Napo is trying to say. That is exactly what he's trying to say. And it will take, I mean, he cannot explain it. And then we will have a question. So why is it that anytime you make a statement that becomes controversial? It means that certain language will be barbontino. And now also him. Mokwamen kromano. If I were him and I was going to make that statement, I would look at the even why am I kasa Ghana for saying Omususu Kwame Nkrumah. Even the saying Amihuno. And now saying a Kwame Nkrumah or Tier or Ghana, even outside the corridors of the country. They say the vice president Eddie. That means okay, if you Buzia stock, okay, we disagree with the policies of Kwame Nkrumah. Does it mean that if I make a statement that my statement not may come? They can say the Kwame Nkrumah doesn't belong. Mo Kwame Nkrumah. Mo Kwame Nkrumah.
Yes, or no, the uncle.
Mo Kwame Nkrumah. Tell you, that's your language. We cabinet you only a court na say Ushe Dr. Bawumia means some more can in your maoya. Ye na dream do ama ye nyansafo a mo na dream do pa Dr. Bawumia Echewobia. What are you trying to say, Napo? Are you trying to convince everybody say Dr. Bawumia will be pleased so that he will accept you as a running mate? Or I don't get it. I don't get it. Meaning, also me catch yourself na process me ba, but he needs as in a kind one of the top speech writers or a political philosopher. Or say better if you don't you know how to you don't know how to speak. But yes, it's better not to speak at all. Better not to speak at all. Because silence can also be pregnant with information. So it is very important, say Dr. Matthew Poku Prempeh. Say, you know, what sign licking the wounds of our voters out there, and the delegates are going to look at this. I'm sure the political implications. I've shown you the communication aspect. Commit much changing, but because time, political implications is that somebody made a macassa me who underestimate you, Owusu Bempah. You underestimate me at your own peril. I've been able to work around a president who has ruled this country for 19 years. Don't joke with me. Now, what we are thinking now is that the same mistake you did musu this election. Ghana for be full, my delegates be full, ma ye true about the same mistakes is what they are repeating. Nothing has changed. The people who were around him, the language that Napo was using, left, right, center. Now, the young Ghana for he kabufu some Ghana from Persia Betiam. They are repeating the same thing. Opa, go and check. I was part of the campaign team. Arrogance. Sheer arrogance, sheer shenanigans. And that's what is happening. That's what is happening here. Oh, near the Numa Shem Sisifiani. Yeah, and then what has changed? No Kwame Nkrumah. No Kwame Nkrumah. Onyanko Ponkra Oda. Onyanko Ponkra Oda. And you're like, what is this man talking about? Onyanko Ponkra Oda. Onyanko Ponkra Oda. You know, God Almighty, looking at the voter population in the country, almost about 85% or 60% of the population in the country are all Christians. Then you call the bluff of God. I've always told him, Mister, you have to hire experts to coach you on what to say and what not to say. I'm sorry, President Rollins is going to be casting to me with me, Owusu Bempah, Kwasi I'm saying, as more kind of answer, I'm saying, oh, Mr. President, what do you? I'm sorry. You need an expert to coach you because you are not doing yourself any good. They say, now, buy into the political realm. Let me tell you one thing. Napo has even opened the Pandora box for Ashanti people to start thinking, hey, maybe you could not Kasano. Yes, you have to Kumasi view. You can be a Kozu Kumasi. Cabinet now, Mukotna, one in Yansafu. Obey energy minister, make as a president of Kufuado catch me say, is it Mr. President? Me na make yes, make Mr. President, I'm not for Kasi Kumasi development, I'm not for complaining. What I say? See, Asante, my Mayamu, my mamu ministers, my mamu, all parastatal institutions in Asante Fofa, Intino, or Passante Wasem, our Pesa Asante Mai, and Munyam Chomushanon. One of the key cabinet positions I admire why na banya a Kufuado buy, what do you want to do? Pache Matthew Kuku Pepe. Why? We the cancer the system so. Say, what cancer mamma become Dr. Baumia. So, your education minister. I don't know, Ben Pan, you must open so the development. Okotra cabinet now, Okasa. Nobody can take you for a ride. MP for Mensia. You became an energy minister at that time too. Mebwa. Na swami interchange. Ye kwa kwa kate sodo. Na apodi hudi. Swami interchange. Ye kwa tia cabinet ye kwa share. Asante Fobo say swami interchange. Ye beya mom. Crop from dome. Me na po ye ni neti account crop from. Crop from dome account bi. And I'm for the attention at pass on Kotwaba. Crop from dome. Yet to me and cabinet. I'm Yansa for Yansa. And to me and Casse. Crop from dome. Swami interchange. Asante for to Obama MPP. The whole Ghana. Oh, Pebebia. Asante for the Gassi about to Obama MPP. No political party can change MPP. We can be in power for so many years. It is a cabinet. Now, everyone is already a president, you know, also not dream no. And according to Napoleon, president, not dream no. It's in who are more dream no. What me and Transia who say cabinet, there must be a decision. As that decision, you know, should inure to the benefit of Asante people. So, bet me, Swami interchange. Wakore
e won no say chemensa bonsuko ye nto
me pese ono kra de mekanasem ono de me pese mekanasem oti ase eti saa no ma wei ene ko open the Pandora box e ko for processing na ko for problem kasi abre so am phone to abama because say chema so bonsu say na no me be ka kire o me ko me ka kire say mo pa mo fa me Owusu Bempah mtie mo ma me ne o say chemensa bonsu ensi so ame na me ne no nante nko macro junction nyehwe de obeba agene so the most unpopular MP in the history but we are it's good for us. They should keep on talking. They should keep on talking. But me am opoku pempe de me sem na no asem enkoyi etwebeya you shouldn't talk at all.
All right, now when him say Kwabena J Japan engineer enso so e wo hobi na enano peace pact ya wo mokosa no I say eniema bi akoso anokro ni se nani ane ho nti papa na kasa bruta na ma etie ne nkomo na afei yento aso emfamfiri a
I think we have to call the bluff of Kennedy Japan. We studio I mean no what can be that.
Yeah.
Na me ya na me pese to say yanhwem ni assign e ko IMF be ko kutwetwe ti ni assign our debt wa sa kasa na emfata na onyai ade a waya na obi en kan hwenti da bia na okoso ye mesu de tambia na kan bibi na nya. I try to correct him because I'm a custodian of the history of our party.
Yeah.
Men tra mo bi me good party ntia asema o kan num se nya no kre enso wo kan ade a na complain about clause net say ye to abana eso accept it is there o kasenese o mpesa o sign because e bia na esisiu ena chairman o kase entina ye nsise during the presidential process one say kase me agent will be a print ballot
Yeah.
enti wo agent eso we also appointed 2 agents for every polling station omo enti na saying be asem yo batie say o say onya 114 or 104 and 14 na the agent or whoever. Where is the document to prove what he said? Where is the document to prove what he said? Enti oyobia ope explosive talk no bia nka no hwe sa na obegina television so twa troto me Kwabena Japan so say me makukum Adams or Tamale and I'm refi.
Yeah.
Engineer Kwabena J Japan and I say
somebody that I'm close with and sometimes I don't want to say something about but the idea of kan who hear me one is say yeah pe leader ewo eno amo ye pe leader or ye streeter ye pe leader or ye streeter en go fa Shatawale
say sanete de anke fa Shatawale.
Are you sure he said that?
He said it. The video is there,
but engineer, well, I thought say maybe you also are a politics or a very but you obey your politics I won't team from now we a politician papa. They see me kwa Ashanti region. Say if I'm not lying, every radio station that I come out wouldn't be it's like a warning and I will give it to you be Kennedy Japan you. Say maza mo go you Kennedy na mo fa no mo for na ma juma e di be. This is the first interview I'm granting last year, February. Yes, I'm catch you. Owusu Bempah baby, I'm for I'm for Kennedy. And nay, I'm for who says man I come. We can't. It's we a politician. I won't hear from in any case. As I go can say a street boy. A young over Shatawale who crowd in second day Japan the master. Shatawale Groma Opa, Munko first Shatawale no fan metna. No one can't be fan who say street, you know. Who do they look up to? You can streeter, you work at Kwabena Japan. Me am offer. As well, Kai Shatawale saw Kennedy Japan, you kneel down on the floor.
Yeah.
What are they supposed to tell you?
I remember I said one of
you was street, you know, you street boys. We understand the language. You know the language. So when you be the book today, now what bow before the person. It is Shatawale no said the master of Kennedy Japan. So what they say, and they are the street boys. They understand the language of Kennedy. What you say? Not about me the language in the day. Ah, you street boy, I am going for business as usual. Bourgeois. Now say so. Say it take one YouTuber in America to come and change the paradigm shift in the world. politics na ye etie na other than that igu me dey tears wo kwa Japan dey ni ye fi wo kwa dey I see because no nim say asemo kan ye no it doesn't work like that. Street people know say Kennedy Japan is their man. Go to the market woman, go to the taxi driver, go to the ordinary people. They are saying say Kennedy Japan ya fana ma ye ntwaba. And I said this now ni my dear ne inku ene ye ba be ye wo adwuma me dia me ni minu aketo e ba ye say ene ye pese Dr. Bawumia etiase say the popularity nkofo bi na chi amu ye dede ye nua Gideon Boako ye nua Asenso Boache ye nua Samuel Awuku ye nua Dr. Yu Afriye ye omo di Dr. Bawumia chi omo ye MPC ni nyina omo ye popular chi Dr. Bawumia
Samum.
The data, Dr. Bawumia data no, no believe in TBI, the data never man. It's a mayor of the person Ghana for United say delegates no pet candidate to be a man, the anymore Marco Jutumiama MPP, and yet Dr. Bawumia. Because the lieutenants are more MPs, they are all popular than Dr. Bawumia. And we are going to show this on the board. Aminia, you are. Yes, take it from there and show. Turn on off.
Mr. Ikum.
Yes.
I would say, but me uncle for see a ton, but me a ton. But yeah, can say it's a laptop in this one. What one says you will be. There's a difference between say oh bad ye ruga near twadie. See a ton about me and new position. So these are the data you marketing and marketing crown or need the favorite even with
Bawumia is the most marketed presidential candidate in the history of Ghana. Politics, so the most marketed. When your opportunity to be a running mate for how many years?
8 years.
8 years. Vice president for another 8 years. 16 years. Not even Kwame Nkrumah. Now, if you check the analysis,
I have a Tano North, Gideon Boako constituency.
Tano North, you repeat it, Gideon Boako,
the constituency.
You're the spokesperson
of Dr.
Bawumia. The constituency, Tano North, cannot be
a difference of 2,000 votes and a Gideon Boako at the
DBT, Dr. Bawumia. Cannot say
19,000, that's against 21,000. Dr. Bawumia 19,000. Gideon Boako 21,000. You have Bantama, Asenso Boache, and or Bantama say a piece in the moon and a presidential candidate. I mean, a marketing constituency. It is not the truth. Yeah, the figures a bit distributed. Oko Bantama constituency. Asenso Boache 47,000, but Bawumia 44,000. 3,000 votes difference. Ultra for as if for constituency so. As if for 34,000, Dr. Bawumia 33,000. If you just say Doctor, you are free in your 23,000. Dr. Bawumia 20,000.
One of his lieutenant away to
constituency. The bad man.
Yes.
Who is training the bad boys for Dr. Bawumia?
Yes. It is all if you just say a delegate or they know say Bawumia as a presidential candidate will never win an election.
Yes.
It's the Obia will never contest Bawumia even at that constituency, no. Omo Phyllis any passes omo Philip Bawumia. And some of the jury, another prayer or coach see Natoshi on constituency no. Another prayer at Bawumia by 6,000 votes on some of the jury. Nipa on some of the jury, Nipa 6,000 control another prayer. And on far line who Ekofi did no go to Bawumia. New job in South, Michael Chibref in the constituency no. 32,000 as against Bawumia 29,000, 3,000 votes. Of course, you be Kwadu Ponkroma 18,000 as against 15,000. And decide people when you know Dr. Bawumia. If any of them comes to you to tell you, say, Bawumia prefer candidate for Nkwa, this I will say, how have they marketed Bawumia even in their own constituency?
So they could do upon Kromakra in Ofwasa, you so on your popras and Kofwejano.
Yes,
and no crowd
by 3,000 votes. What you say? Oba Akukwa, Samuel Kukwa constituency. Obiti Dr. Bawumia 3,000 votes. Ewo Akupon.
And it's 3,000.
Yes, it's delegate a more coupon. When you want to say, Moko trouble about me, the core battle say, president, and you pay a trouble coupon, they will not vote for Bawumia. That's what you show you. Oko,
Techiman South,
Martina James and the constituency, you know, the votes, you know, almost 10,000 votes to Bawumia. Ewo, James Akosa and constituency difference of no. Abetifi Dr. Brian Amwati Brian Champon. The constituency will be Dr. about 2,000 votes. Achimoda, we are seeing a difference of 2,000 votes over Achimoda.
Kwasiakwa yes na TV so the Dr. Baumia Eko ono hwe
the constituency 2,000 difference. Okota votes difference or takrade 1,000 between the MP in Takrade and Baumia.
Now, Badia Bakwa as all Tiasia or how to say. The entire by Champonia Kukuduzo over contesting who vote against Dr. Baum. Even your one constituency, 18 was sorry, we are to Bosomche, I need to say Baumia 700 and something votes. It was say Obama contesting. It is a Casal, Mantini in our sorry over contesting Dr. Baumia. Okay, go looking at the vote of
Glorious.
Yes,
so glorious trouble. 42,000 as against 2,000.
That is whopping.
That was trouble. And then Glorious also come and see to say on top of my Dr. Baumia. Knowing very well how the Dr. Baumia trouble, they won't vote for him.
Onimia Oka.
Supreme constituency.
Oforikum, Marcia South, Ahafo North, Odotobri, Manson Kwanta, Ahafo Ano Southwest. And when members of parliament won vote to us in Dr. Baumia.
Akwedi in your power.
Oko Akiman Premier, Afijakwa Abri East, Abrim, Abuakwa South, Fantiakwa South, Ayesuano, and prior so OPK constituency. Some members of parliament won vote head of the Dr. Baumia. Ni ababo sume fra ho e hona
just say omo ye popular
one say you 87 seats of parliament e move 57 e vote does the that's what it means but sume fra ho ye chairman wontumi constituency no
da bia no ye but sume fra ho ye ya ayi abrantie ya no
anya abrantie ya ode white abon nsa ye dede no church board so teacher ni
ono anga za kwa no oni ayi
jobi ni anya so tum ono abotobe obi ti doctor over 2,000 so constituency e ho na
abrantie oba ye onche da ni
o se chairman sabo
John Darko for obi oba ye o se chairman John Darko anya popular
John Darko amen kaya
John Darko
popular chairman Dr.
Obi ti Dr. Baumia constituency amanso bibia obi ti Dr. Baumia okọ kumawu a PC won bi ti Dr. Baumia so wo sa constituency no afi yemfa na se omo ma we ninu mum krampo no e na ebiti Dr. Baumia yemhwe constituency na MPP wo seat elusu ye yemhwe mo performance so be kwa benya from 2020 na ajosofa na wo ho na ye MPP seat na Makoko Junior beje ye Makoko Junior elusu seat no onya 50,000 votes ono na elusu seat ni vote does in the Baumia those elusu yo Ablekumanov I think so we Osla na Ablekumanov Osla BT Dr. Baumia wo ho Ablekuma West peace no honu BT Dr. Baumia Ayawa so West Wagon Lydia Lassa obitin olusu seat no olu BT Dr. Baumia 3,000 votes yakọ amasaman a MPP peace ni lucy vote obitin Dr. Baumia by 2,000 votes but ya no English amount from slatete obitin Dr. Baumia 3,000 votes Tama West olusu peace seat no olusu seat no obitin Dr. Baumia by 500 votes e was our constituency wo aha na elusi ya Ayawa so central e ho a Muslim community obi peace no elusu seat no obitin Dr. Baumia o kan cross south ye elusu seat no all right but nipo elusu seat in vote sound also in Dr. Baumia Tama West ye elusu seat no the vote does in Dr. Baumia Abura Assembly kwa makese ye elusu peace seat no ho no but nipo o vote does in Dr. Baumia the elusu seat no Auto Senya East Kaswa how Akumsi one Dr. Baumia vote different 7,000 how Akumsi seat no Hohoy Peter Mewu constituency onya 4,000 or Dr. Baumia 14,000 Dr. Baumia 6,000 Asen Central na ye honorable Ken seat and or the man another MP candidate you lose seat no the man no lose seat in you guys say Dr. Baumia
Dr. Baumia.
Can you imagine? It's almost a honorable Ken. And I'm here losing that. Dr. Baumia influence and me lose to a central seat, no? Because many people say about my piece in Pama. What compare Dr.
Baumia no honorable Ken and oh.
Bisabio.
Baumia.
Bisambio. A higher
also.
A higher Binduri. Nandom. Sisala East Lambusie Shama Impoho. Bebieni Anyaso. When you nane MPP seat, they lose seat in here. Or mom lose seat in now vote sound of say Dr. Baumia.
Togo ase na ewia e besan akọ back ni akọchira de bi.
Yeah, Kintampo South, Tatale, Mion, Yinyo, Daboya, Chirepone, na ye MPP seat abre ye ko 2024 elections. Omo nyina lusu seat no. Omo lusu seat na constituencies for some problem no. Electorate ni some problem no. Omo nyina vote sound of same Dr. Bamia e those constituencies no. Afei ye be ye some analysis bi. The no asema asenso bo acheto ka say presidential candidate member of parliament emom na say or advertise presidential candidate it is never true. Between the MPP and the NDC there is not a single time of these two political parties any presidential candidate so about winning election no be lose election every time we vote to those the same members of parliament. You call 1996 President Kufuor eba MPP lead MPP na you call about to the President Kufuor vote 2.8 million. Members of parliament 69 now at that time no vote 2.3 million. President Kufuor beat 462,000. Oh 1996. The year 2000 President Kufuor sign koye. OBT members of parliament 100 by 139,000 votes. You got 2004 President Kufuor sign koye.
We are not MPs number of MPs that we know now they are coming
96
increase as we go along.
96 you have 60 members of parliament. Kufuor beat 462,000. 2000 you have 100 members of parliament. President Kufuor beat by 139,000 votes. 2004 you have 128 members of parliament. Kufuor beat by 480,000 votes. Nanado by 2008 first round election Nanado na win high elections no. You have 107 members of parliament. OBT by 189,000 votes. On Olusu elections no. Near about 2012 Nanado ebe win elections no. But Nanado Olusu elections no. Olusu election na NDC for Gadam Libyan. OBT members of parliament 123 of them no OBT by 14,000 votes. You about 2016 Nanado win here. You have 169 members of parliament. Nanado votes don't see by 109,000 votes. You about 2020 Nanado win here. OBT members of parliament 167 OBT 61,000. You about 2024 Dr. Bamia Lusu elections no. You have only 88 members of parliament. Satam na yefa not Ablikuma not here enka. It's 87 ohano. Sa 87 members of parliament then no. Obu BT Dr. Bamia by 449,000 votes.
Which is
ABC that. It is a sense of what you call Bantima Bakashira will say, and maybe I say peace. And now cry. This is the data. And now cry baby. After ya ba say about 20 or 2 years now. See if I said Dr. Bamia parliamentary candidate and they didn't my MPP say MPP in fact Dr. Bamia and every constituency contest election based on the performance that we know in every constituency no. Young person could be a member of parliament or those constituencies now. Accra we need 5 seats to have trouble and also to Tema Central Bawi and Okankwe Central and they have 5 seats no. All the 5 seats are winning Accra members of parliament now vote to Dr. Bamia. What it means and NDC form winning vote or Greater Accra region now vote and also Dr. Bamia. And out of the 34 seats of Accra, Greater Accra 34 seats now wahano. But
a poor performance.
So the Dr. Bamia was as a member.
That's why we want to analyze this for everybody.
So the Dr. Bamia was uncle member of parliament. Oh, Greater Accra and quantity winning seat Emma MPP. That is what it shows.
Konya bako.
Voter region any seat or 18 seats and a voter region. Bamia vote against all the 18 members of parliament on winning seat. We need to vote to Dr. Bamia. Being say Dr. Bamia call as a PC. Voter for MPP and go winning seat. Oti you 9. Only winning seat based on the performance. Western North MPP only 1 seat or Western North as we speak. Only 1 seat or Western North. You 9 parliamentary seat in Western North. Dr. Bamia call as PC and continue winning seat or Western North based on every constituency numbers like that. Oko ahafo ayo 1 seat e wa ahafo se wona tano not won Gideon Boako hono no Gideon Boako vote do sin Dr. Bamia and na NDC for 5 million also vote do sin Dr. Bamia e tano not ahafo onye seat ho ya Dr. Bamia ko Bono regional out of 12 seats in Bono regional Dr. Bamia ntimi wini ba kumpo e ho ya 1 seat ho Bono East Techiman South and MPP seat ya 11 seat ho Ajemi Sakwasa vote do sin Dr. Bamia 10 NDC MPs no must vote to in Dr. Bamia. Into Bono East, Dr. Bamiya ntimi win election oho. That is what it shows. Yaba Ashanti regional out of 39 seats MPP won. Dr. Bamiya voted to see only 17 members of parliament. What you say? Yaba Central regional there were 23 seats in our Central region. There were 23 seats in our Central region. 23 seats in our Central region. Dr. Bamiya betuma winning only 1 seat. Eastern region, there were 33 seats in our. Dr. Bamiya betuma winning 8 seats based on the numbers we know in each constituency. North-East, there were 3 constituencies, 3 seats in our, 6 parliamentary seats in our. Dr. Bamiya winning only 1. You call Northern regional. There are 18 seats in the Northern region. Based on numbers, Dr. Bamiya Obetuma winning only 3 seats for the MPP. Savannah, ultimate seat or Upper East, ultimate seat or Upper East. The whole Ghana, out of the 276 constituencies of the whole Ghana, only Dr. Bamiya was member of parliament. And Kobetima winning only 30 seats for the New Patriotic Party. This is what is showing. So Dr. Bamiya for the 276 now, Kobetima winning only 30 seats. A higher key Zongo communities are Ghana. The whole Zongo constituency
let me come there. Ingu, the reason why I did Dr. Bawumia buy and he say, you didn't basso Zongo ni. I don't want to be Ghana catcher say. See a 2 Abama no betri Zongo votes in the Abba Eddie Amaye. Now, what is so striking? They say, go to Abam, Owusu all the Zongo communities
and the Zongo constituencies.
And the Zongo constituencies, apart from Winneba Zongo. Now, the money who they say, all these Zongo communities, no, MPP parliamentary candidates perform better than Dr. Bawumia. Osha, all the Zongo communities, Aswase, Medina, Ewutu, Ashaman, Okako Central, but let's give them the trajectory. From Asawase constituency, Dr. Bawumia 27,206. MPP parliamentary candidate in 31,000.
4,000 votes different.
Yes.
When release it,
candidate in a PC, popular and the
4,000 of them. That's Obama peace.
Yes.
Dr. Bamiya.
4,000.
Medina, Honorable Robert.
And Medina,
peace ni lusu seat, no. Dr. Bamiya, Dr. Bamiya 2,000 votes.
Yes.
I want to say Nyakaswa. How I come CBT Dr. Bamiya by 7,000 votes. Assignment, Zongo community assignment. MPP peace in 25,000. Bamiya 22,000. OBT Dr. Bamiya by 3,000 votes. Assignment.
Yes.
Okakwe Central, Fadama. Patrick Boama Patrick Boama ye asori kwani elder kese o obi Dr. Bamiya by 4,000 obi Dr. Bamiya 4,000 votes.
So Patrick Boama is popular.
Zongo community
and Dr. Bawumia was a Zongo man. Chief Imam, that be only a Chief Imam area. Fadama.
Ayawaso North Nima area. The MPP peace in 11,000. Dr. Bamiya 9,000 votes. Otafo 34,000 against 33. Ejira you lose seat. The people are losing between Dr. Bamiya by 4,000 votes. Ayawaso East.
Terrible.
9,000 as against Dr. Bamiya 8,000.
Terrible. Performance. I say so mama nchechiri. Aha yesrim. Utengu.
Yesit na
Utengu ye obi wasumeti ni. Aha yesrim.
Anya me na metie
ye chamia udi chame. Asemi ode na e ode na adofo tie we resrim no Dr. Bawumia se moto abamamia. Esrem vote. The first time I did ordinary Babijina MPP as a presidential candidate. First time I did Kremuni, Babijina. These are the strength of Dr. Bawumia. Per his language, these are the performance. Data no near dema omono. Mimi started. What happened? They say every candidate to one northern region, BR or a parliamentary candidate for MPP, they perform better. Almost about 85% perform better than Dr. Bawumia in the northern region.
Where you seat MPP win here, you were 10 seats or northern region. I had a Tolon. You put on call the BT Dr. Bawumia by 30. I am Tolon constituency no. Please say where MPP seats.
Tolon constituency yes.
Tolon no OBT MPP by OBT Dr. Bawumia by 2,000 votes. Gushegu as we speak a MPP seat. OBT Dr. Bawumia by 3,000 votes. ye kwa pandai anka Martin Yindam constituency asomaba ho ne ya Supreme Court attending no obiti Dr. Bawumia by 2,000 votes.
Yes.
Sabelugu a MPP seat. Nipa na winning obiti Dr. Bawumia by 4,000 votes.
Yes.
Jagaba Kabore a MPP seat. Obiti Dr. Bawumia 600 votes. Na Lerugu Gambaga a MPP seat. Obiti Dr. Bawumia almost about 60 votes. Karaga, as we speak, a MPP seat. Nipa na winning obiti Dr. Bawumia 7,000 votes. Karaga. Yakwa Damangwa na Abujina Po constituency Abujina Po constituency ni Damangu. We as the maker wa ye bo bia di o nyesa fe na ye di tro ho ye fa ye bo bi go en kon
4,000 votes. What 4,200 votes?
Obiti Dr. Bawumia by 4,200 votes. E wo ho en na Abujina Po chabonte se ensan to bo ma Dr. Bawumia. Bimbila. These are the two constituencies. Doctor Bimbila the so one ane wale ho na e ho ne the close enclaves how about me and Kufi and Casano. But if it's your name, those omobicho margins,
it just 1,000
be. I have also Tatale Tambuli, ne Thomas Mbumba, the constituency will be 2 Dr. Bawumia by 1,000. Now, you lose seat no, you can lose the BT Dr. Bawumia by 2,000. You know, ye seat. You can lose seat no, BT Dr. Bawumia by 1,000. The boy, you can lose seat in BT Dr. Bawumia another 1,000 votes. Chirepone nipa o win seat o lose seat no obiti Dr. Bawumia Binduri close to where antokwa no bokoni ade no nipa na win nya 7 o lose seat nipa nya 7,000 Dr. Bawumia 2,000 obiti by 5,000 votes it mo amugidi se bokon tokwa na se bio any effect our elections no
there be one of me cheche ma che nkumansa na ye de ho na wi de wi no
Sisala is na ye MPP seat ye lose ye nipa na o lose ni biti Dr. Bawumia Lambusi na ye MPP seat nipa no lose BT Dr. Bawumia by 2,000. Nandom na MPP seat. Nipa no lose any BT Dr. Bawumia by 1,200 votes.
Yes. Yenko a last one. Total 3 northern 5 northern regions in vote to Akufo-Addo Dijaye was 904,880
votes.
Party be our coalition our base and here. President Akufo-Addo no nye semuni for the first time ye bi semuni koye Dr. Bawumia ti vote no so about 759,108. What is the difference
between Dr. Bawumia and Nana Danko Akufo-Addo 2020-2004 Nana the vote was the 5 northern region EBT Dr. Bawumia 145,000.
It's a lose 145,000 votes. That was same region because of the first time I Nana Danko Akufo-Addo
yes.
Any nipa official no.
So the vote 145,700.
Serious.
That was the 5 northern regions. What you say? We had Mahama and Nanadwa difference in the 402,000. Mahama against Bawumia no 620,000 votes in the 5 northern regions. What you say? Say I can say about why you to know. Asema you catch delegates nie. A car you do every region because of say the Dr. Bawumia elections any year. Ashanti region between 2020 and 2024. You had 429,000 votes. It delegates are more Ashanti region. Bawumia mo did my year no you to back in the year 2024.
Yeah, the abaka
429,000 our Ashanti region.
Greater Accra.
Yeah, they cut 571,000 because of say the Dr. Bawumia Ebejina Sokotoba. Between Greater Accra and Ashanti region alone, MPP declare 1 million votes. Between 2 regions, Dr. Bawumia leading MPP about 2,000. They are the two Dr. Bawumia about 2024. Between Ashanti region and Greater Accra alone, MPP declare 1 million votes. Eastern region, they cut 253,000 votes because of say the Dr. Bawumia representing here.
Difference.
Central region, they cut 231,000 votes. Northern region, they cut 39,000 in the northern region as we speak.
Savannah region,
they cut 23,000. Western region, they cut 164,000. Western North, they cut 51,000. Oti region, they cut 17,000. Voter region, they cut 43,000. Voter region. Blue East, they cut 28,000. Blue East because Dr. Bawumia Neji and him say young fan about also. This regions,
engineer wrap up no just give the final na inkum baby a meka akusie ni say Dr. Bawumia ye wo figures bi wo a ye de mamanfo om so boko constituencies bi wo a unya 0 tienio and we are repeating constituencies ni bi wo a ye bebobo a unya 0 almost about 13 to 20 constituencies unya 0 more than that. Then when you go and say that boko fo ahemfo no e de ka say momo nto aba mama prisimu na eyifo no kusasi for no se me nto aba. It is a political party na ye serious political party ye numbers ye ba kofa candidate or ye controversial between two tribes and then one tribe will say omo to aba man ntino ye ntina say ye gene high now one thing na me dey real na me ye no aba pull up and they say kusasi for voters eligible voters 600,000 and na omo timi to aba Ghana ha yeah, the Bawumia automatically we have a deficit of 600,000 votes. Me agree. It is 0 na yenya Bawumia go no ko justify and nam Kumase justify it will work because MPP delegates me say ye petumi ye ko yi presidential candidate ye kwa ko yi a leader obetimade vote every Ghana will be appealing to every Ghanaian be a obetima for by tribe will be uncle to Tiano Amani Zero. Yeah, everybody buy the same thing. Nana do not go buy the same thing. Why Dr. Bawumia? It costs me last na me Dr. Bempah and Tobu Abontia was say before time 1996 before 8 regions were not members of parliament or say and another time 2012 nanado 12 region seats and on time as in 2004 2024 in 7 regions. It is not true. The catching delegates is about 22 years and who to so and for Dr. Bawumia who data assembly and fan that video is out there. Dr. Bawumia say in 2024 in 7 regions members of parliament no crow when say in this 2024 you know 2024 about 20 it is only in 4 regions per na ye members of parliament. Ni na fi jina Dr. Bawumia koya so upper east, upper west, Oti region and Volta. In Dr. Bawumia ko jina bia ka say in 7 regions any seat or it's a lie. It's a lie. This is the result of the 2004 parliamentary way 2024 1996 President before time the only 3 regions are MPP and seat or Volta, upper east and upper west. That was out of the 10 regions. Yes. And the Dr. Bawumia continue be kase President before time in 8 regions were ne sita enya no correct. It's a lie. In 1996 election. Yes. The last one. And another Danko Akufo-Addo in 2012. These are regions in here. The Ashanti region 44, Greater Accra 14, Eastern 26, Bronga half 13, Western region yenya 8, Central region yenya 7. Yeba Northerner in 11, Upper East 2, Upper West 0, Volta 0. In 2012, so Dr. Bawumia Babika in 2012, there are 6 regions seat or and correct. The only 2 regions and another time here seat was only in the Upper West and the Volta region. In 1996 and then another 2012 in Puno, almost seat or Manyan is a single Dr. Bawumia 2024 in 4 regions one year seat or. And I think that
voter population no so akosoro Dr. Bawumia time na akosoro dan nia yakeka emu na ngu ya me kan say minimum yai say for a few days obehu on social media most of the data Dr. Bawumia believe in data dem go for omu bi na chi nyina we delegates na utie ya and the data dey buy am propaganda. We want you to understand say candidate na again buy no Ghana form penu somebody na saba biemu a we will find it difficult. It will be maybe probably abysmal than this. Now all want Zongo and the northern region. Ma yenti Dr. Bawumia say more catch. Yes, that's why I like you. Ma yenti. That's why I like you. Just put it there.